Hey guys, Stay Patient here, back with another quick Fallout 4 video. And today I want to show you a couple of techniques that I use to be able to attach turrets to your buildings at your settlements. And you'll probably be able to notice one of them straight away. I'm here at Sunshine Tidings Co-op, and I've built a bit of a raised kind of building here. It looks almost like a spaceship with the legs hanging down where the stairs are. But as you can see, I've got these prefabs hanging down below the building with no way to get up to access them, which is great because it means the enemies coming along can't sort of get up close to be able to melee them. And also, because it's got the roof above it, or should I say the floor of the actual building itself is above it, it means that if any grenades are thrown, the chances are they'll hit the roof rather than the actual turret. And I spoke a bit about the benefit of protecting your turrets in that way in previous videos. But you're probably wondering how I've managed to attach a prefab. I've attached the roof of the prefab to the floor of the building. And obviously floors don't attach to roofs. And these definitely are floors because they have the walls attached, going upwards rather than down. If it was a roof, you'd only be able to attach those walls so that they were sort of coming down rather than up like that. So I'm just going to show you a basic technique that I used. Basically, it's all about using sort of temporary placements of walls or floors or roofs to create kind of an anchor to build out from, and then removing them when you need to. So for instance, I've got these sets of stairs here, and these bits here are both floors. So because these stairs are like interior stairs, the top is a floor and the bottom is a floor. So I'm going to go to wood here and bring up my floors. And basically what I did is I created some floors, built them out to where I wanted to put the actual prefab, and then as you can see, you can attach this prefab to the floor. Now once it's attached, you can then go up and build your next layer of flooring, which is my actual building itself. There's not a lot of room. As you can see, the top right, the bar is almost full, which is why I've only got roofs on the actual bedding places and where the shops are and stuff. But I believe this here is where the prefab is. As you can see, if I remove the floor, you'll see the roof of the prefab. So it's not directly attached to these pieces of flooring. In fact, the floor is put over the top of the roof, and the only reason the floor will fit there is because it's attaching. Yes, it's attaching to all these other pieces of floor that are already there. And obviously these pieces of flooring would have been built out from this set of stairs. So using that strategy of, temporarily putting something there that you can attach to and then removing it, that's very useful. And there's another way you can actually use this. I'm going to find a wall that I can sort of turn into a straight. I'm going to remove all of this, and I'm just going to create a straight wall to keep it simple, maybe with a corner at the end. So sorry that I didn't remove this beforehand, but here we go. There we are. That should probably do it. So if I just pop some more flooring out, we've got a nice straight. Let's imagine we're just building this building for the first time. We've got a straight piece of floor with a corner at the end. Now, the other useful technique that you can have, which is what I've used at lots of my other settlements, is you can use these small pieces of floor. Any one of them will do. They're like quarter size. I believe they're about a quarter of the size of the normal main floors. And what you can do is you can pop them out. Oh, here we go. Let's pop on here. You can pop them out on the edge of the wall or on the edge of the floor, and then you can have a wall going along so that these little pieces of floor are outside the building, so they're kind of connected to the outside of the building, and then you can put turrets on them. Oh, pardon me. So you can just pop your turrets on top of them so that they're aiming out from the building. Now, the difficult thing with this, and this is something that I kind of explained this to someone over a chat once, and they tried to do it and they couldn't really figure it out. And I thought, well, how did I do it? So I thought I'd make a video, and this is part of the reason I'm doing this video. What you can do is use the same technique as I used earlier, because if you try and put a wall along the floor there, it's not going to attach because it's going to sort of magnetically be drawn to that small piece of floor. But again, if you have like an anchor, something to work out from, so if you place a piece of wall somewhere where you can put it, so it's attached to the floor that's in line, then you can add the walls from there. Now, even if you wanted to put one of these on every single one, you can kind of just go through it systematically. I mean, obviously here I could just add one at a time, which is fine. But sometimes you get to like corners and things like that. Let's say, for instance, we get to this corner and I want to put a piece of floor here for a turret, or maybe maybe let's put one on both these here. So there's two on the corner, they can both shoot out in different directions. Well, as soon as you try and put a wall out, we will be able to put one here because it's attached to the straight wall that's going along. But, pardon me, we won't be able to put one here because it attaches to the wall in a straight direction. So it's not going to attach at the corner. And if I try and do it there, it's just going to keep sticking to the small piece of floor again. So again, what you can do is simply have something to work from. You can pop one here. Now, even if you had a piece of floor, if you wanted a piece of floor on this wall, for instance, you might think, well, I can't build a wall now. I can't have a wall to work out from. So all you need to do is do one at a time. So take one away, create your wall, add your wall there, and then add the wall here. And now that, it will let me eventually. Maybe this is sort of turned around. Sometimes when there's lots of potential places it can stick to, it becomes a bit temperamental. There we go. Okay, I knew it would stick eventually. I was getting worried then. Okay, so now that wall is done. There's already a turret outside. Imagine we've put a turret on there. Now, if we want to put another one here, we can simply delete the one that we did have there. And remember, if you delete something, don't scrap it. Just press circle so it goes back into your workbench and then you can use it again. So we put one there, and now we can put a wall here because there's already one to be able to attach to. As you can see, I'm just going to spin it around because it's facing the wrong way. Well, as you can see, I had it attached. It takes a bit of maneuvering around sometimes. There we go. So there you have it, guys. If you want to be able to add turrets to the outside of walls and you're struggling to be able to get them to connect, that's how you would do it. And also if you want to sort of stick some prefabs hanging down below high buildings like this so that they can have turrets on them, that's again how you do it. Just remember the principle that if you want to attach something to something else but it won't connect, all you need to do is look around and find something that you can work out from, such as these stairs, create a bit of floor so you can add the prefab, or with the walls, you put a wall in place and then add the next wall to it once you've put these pieces of floor on. You know, all these different things. You can actually experiment with all kinds of wild creations, simply using the strategy of connecting to something that you don't plan on keeping, but you just put it there temporarily as a kind of anchor point to be able to connect to. But I hope that's been helpful, guys. Let's just, for the fun of it, let's stick some turrets on the side of this building here. And you'll see that it's quite useful having these small pieces of floor. I have to jump to reach it, but having these small pieces of floor means that there's not a big area of floor. I can't quite reach that, so I'm not going to bother. But there's not like a big piece of floor blocking the turret's view. It means it can turn to the right and left. If you look up there, it can turn right and left and straight on. And if it's trying to shoot down towards enemies that are sort of below it, it's not blocked at all by a large plank of wood underneath it. It's just got that nice small piece of wood, just enough to perch it on. But there you go, guys. I promised I wouldn't go on for too long in this video, especially after the one earlier on, which was over an hour. I hope that's helpful. I hope you're still enjoying the game. And thanks a lot for all the support. I really enjoy reading all your comments and answering your questions, so keep them coming. I only do this for fun, really. I love helping people with games that I enjoy, so don't be afraid to drop a comment and ask me a question or ask me to do a video on something if you're struggling with a certain feature of the game or whatever. Go and check out the rest of my videos for now. And thanks a lot for watching. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.